Okay, back into the house. It's a new day. I had things kind of laid out for me. It feels like I'm royalty, kind of, because Gabe, he's eating lunch down there, just carried a ton of concrete up here so I can actually start mixing. And if it wasn't for him and another friend the other day helping me dig, finish this trench, put rebar in it, I would be nowhere close to being ready, but I'm actually ready to mix concrete right now, which is what I want to do. So I'm going to throw on my respirator and start mixing concrete. I have about 4 hours, 3.5 hours, and a 30-foot footer. I'd like to pour it. I'm hoping to pour it. That's what I want. Get it in there so tomorrow I can put in all my uprights and have this section done. So we'll see. Let's see what we can do. Look at this though. He's got it all stacked up in here ready to go. That's perfect. Makes it so easy. I can just grab it and mix. I've just got to get my water hose, run back down to the hose. Unfortunately, this is my friend today, because I don't know if you've ever mixed concrete at all, but if you mix concrete outside, all the dust will blow away. If you mix it in a closed space like this though, it'll just billow up. I'm not about to sit here and breathe that for 3 hours. Here we go. Got it done for the camera. We got it done in 3 hours. I said I was hoping to get it done in 3.5 hours. I think it was 3 hours because it was when I started mixing.
It was more like 12:30, so 2.5 hours.
That's awesome. Oh yeah, okay. It's 2.5 instead of 3. So I'm really happy. We got that whole kind of concrete beam footer poured with rebar in it. We put in the other day. And then we have, what do they call that? Like a sill plate, bottom plate, treated. And we're actually going to put, well, I'm going to put posts. Basically, it's going to be a post wall all the way down.
Well, it's... I think I can get through it. Gabe's pointing out how small this is, but...
It's a big improvement. So what we did right here is pour this footer under this run. We need to do the same thing under this exterior wall on this end. There's insignificant masonry between the framing of this wall and the soil. It's basically a bunch of rocks and mortar just jumbled together. So we're just prepping to actually do exactly the same thing, which is support it basically with bridges so we can pour concrete under it. Dig a big footer, and this footer has to be deeper because we have to get below the frost line about 2 feet, and then pouring that footer run. Okay, it's really day 2 now, working on this footer. This is the last concrete that I have to pour in the house before I move on to framing in earnest. And I'm gonna replace the footer under this whole wall here. We've already supported it, mostly temporarily. You can see right here, we built this bridge basically across that will span our footer, so we can have this continuous concrete beam. And then we have another bridge here and another bridge here. And what that means is there's nothing supporting the house now except for our temporaries, except in this corner. So I'm gonna bust out, I'm working alone today, and do 2 things. Cut through this underneath, put in 1 more temporary support, and then actually dig down at least 18 inches for my frost depth, so we can pour concrete and be done with this messy part of the house. I'm working right inside here. Okay, great progress. We have this whole end of the house supported on 1, 2, 3, 4 temporary supports. It's completely sitting on those, precariously sitting on those, but totally sitting on them. And the next step in the process is to blast out the old kind of insignificant foundation there, and the exact parallel on the other side right there. And then after that stone comes out, I can start digging the ditch actually for the footer. And it's a lot of dirt to move. But I'm really happy that I'm doing this, and I'm driven by just the promise of what's before me, which is getting that concrete in the ground. I love putting concrete in the ground, building that wall, and being done with this so I can move on to framing, which I'm so excited about. For one, because I'm tired of climbing in and out of this hole. And the first thing to frame is this floor. Frame this floor back so I have something to walk on in here. I'm tired of a pit instead of a floor. That'll be a nice set of progress. And after that, we can move on to actually framing some walls in here. So it's slow, it's tedious, but we're making better progress than I've made yet in this whole mess.
Better days to come and carry us like wind in our sails. Hold on tight, I can smell the shore, it's right in front of us if we just hold on tight. This vision that I saw is getting closer every dawn.